Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day this video finds you. It's your boy Jay here, and today we're talking subspecies, okay? With the confirmation of Blood Orange Bishaten coming to Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, finally we have subspecies coming to Monster Hunter Rise, right? That was a weird thing about Rise, that there was no subspecies to speak of whatsoever in that game, and Sunbreak seems to be aiming to change that. So in this video, we're going to talk about a couple subspecies I want to see make a return to Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first monster I want to talk about is Purple Ludroth. Yes sir! So, why do I want Purple Ludroth to show up in Sunbreak? Well, regular Ludroth is already in the game, and Purple Ludroth would make for a good, nice, low-level monster to kind of help show like new players what a subspecies is about, right? Like, oh, okay, I fought a Ludroth before, but this one kind of has different moves, right? And I don't doubt that Capcom's going to change up the moves a little bit, of course, right? I mean, we already saw a little bit of that action from the Blood Orange Bishaten, right? But also, this serves as a good monster to show players that poison in master rank is hidden, okay? It's gonna be stronger than the Chameleos poison that we fought in high rank. It's gonna be, you know, like really ticking away at that health if you get poisoned by this monster. So you put on a low level monster like Ludroth, something that we're pretty comfortable with already fighting, and it's a subspecies. You get to kill two birds in one stone. You show the newbies what a subspecies is, right? They're like, oh, I already fought a Ludroth, and then it's gonna do the slam, and then you're gonna get poisoned, and then that poison's gonna tick, 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 and it's gonna be like, whoa, this poison's going crazy. And maybe you'll have some people fail the hunt just because they underestimated the master rank poison, right? Maybe it'll, entice players to change their build around and carry poison resistance so that they're not as affected by the poison, which is, the main point of Monster Hunter, right? So yes, for those reasons, that's why I want to see Purple Ludroth come back, man. Show these newbies what a subspecies is about. It's a nice low-level entry monster, it can happen in the first tier, and it can introduce us to master rank poison and really let us know what we got coming. That way when we get to master rank Chameleos and stuff and get hit with the master rank Venom equivalent, oh man, we can already know what's coming, you know what I'm saying? We get a feel for it. Oh wow, poison in master rank does not mess around. I need to have builds that carry poison resistance for this sort of thing. And that's why I want to see Purple Ludroth make its way to Sunbreak. Okay, up next, another low-level threat, but Jade Barroth. I want to see Jade Barroth make a return, okay? Having seen the Citadel map of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, I think Jade Barroth would be a perfect fit, right? You could slot Jade Barroth in the same place that you slotted regular Barroth in Rise, except just have it be Jade and have it hang out in the icy part of the Citadel map. Wouldn't that be cool, right? And then eventually later, maybe we can have a quest that features both of them somehow, right? Because I don't think that the Citadel is going to be the end of mixing biomes, so to speak, right? But yeah, I want to see Jade Barroth come back, give him some new moves, give him some new ways to play in the snow, have him interact with us in different ways. Maybe we can fight him in an environment where we have like waist deep snow, like how we did in the Hoarfrost Reach. And it's charging all fast because it's adapted to it, you know what I mean? It's the Jade Barroth. And of course it has the gimmick with the snow all around the body, and yeah, you gotta knock the snow off the body, and I think it'll just be a nice addition that will fit, and I miss him dearly, right? When's the last time I seen a Jade Barroth? I mean, when I was recording this clip, obviously, but like, I want to see a modern Jade Barroth, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man, bring my boy in, bring my boy. I have a soft spot for Barroth, man, because he was my first wall back in Monster Hunter Tri, the regular Barroth, that is. He was my first wall back in Monster Hunter Tri on the Wii, man, using that classic controller. So I got a soft spot for Barroth, and I want to see Barroth come through, man. I want to see all variants, including Jade, come through to Sunbreak. Oh yeah, now we're getting to some heavy hitters, baby. Up next is the White Wolf. I ain't talking about Geralt of Rivia. I'm talking about Stygian Zinogre, baby. bring the dragon doggo back. We already got regular Zinogre and Rise looking real nice, by the way. I really like the way Rise Zinogre looks, and I want to see that in red and white. I want to see the glowing red eyes. I want to see the white fur going crazy, and I want to see the red Dracophage bugs all over the place, right? That's the coolest thing about Rise Zinogre, is that they made it very, very obvious that it's the Fulgur bugs that give Zinogre the power, right? Like the blue bugs dance around at night when you fight them, and they're all over the place. It's super obvious. It's super cool. It's such a spectacle to watch them slowly get more and more powerful as you fight them, and I want to see that with Stygian Zinogre on my Switch, and the big glowing red eyes, right? And of course, Rise Zinogre kind of goes back to the original design, right? A lot of people do not like the Iceborne design of Zinogre. Well, let's get the OG Gen 5 design back with Stygian as well, right? And I want to see him glow with the red eyes and look all crazy. I want to see it. Also, I think bringing Stygian Zinogre will help with weapon variety, right? When it comes to Monster Hunter Rise, there's not a whole lot of options when it comes to picking a dragon element weapon, right? I think you have like the Buna Habra weapons or whatever, and then you have Ibushi weapons, and then you got Rampage weapons that you can make dragon as well, and that's pretty much it, right? So let's get a couple more different dragon weapons so that people can tailor their builds to more different styles, right? Maybe we got the Zinogre dragon weapons that have super high dragon element. That way, if you're really big into elemental damage, you can rock these, right? And another monster coming up later on this list also helps solve the dragon element problem. So yeah, bring the dragon doggo back, because oh yeah, I want more dragon weapons in the game, and I want to see how sexy Stygian Zinogre will look in the RE engine and on Nintendo Switch and PC, man. I just like the new Zinogre design so much that I want to see it with different colors. And of course, the weapons and the utility that the monster brings as well, right? Actually a good, you know, late mid game threat. I just want to see Stygie back, baby, and I think a lot of people will agree with me on this one. So without further ado, let's move on to the next monster. Oh baby, next up on the list is gonna be Molten Tiggy. That's right, the Blast Tigrex variant, super endgame, late game threat, man. From Monster Hunter 4U. Also, shout out to AkantoreX for letting me use his footage to make this video, by the way. Yeah, Molten Tiggy from MH4U, man. I remember trying to practice my guard points on this bad boy, getting my stuff slapped up, because this guy goes crazy, right? Imagine Tigrex, right? Aggressive, charging all over the place, and then you give him Teostra Blast Powder on some of his moves. Yes, you heard me right. Blast. We've got a Blast Molten Tigrex. We got a Blast Tigrex. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look. Ooh, he's doing the spin with the blast powder all over the place. Hell yeah. I need this guy back. And I need Capcom to pull out all the stops, man. Make him a super challenging late game threat. Make him super hard and super rewarding, right? Give us real good blast weapons. So remember in Iceborne, remember how we got Raging Brachydios? I kind of want Molten Tigrex to take that spot, right? Raging Brachydios was a super challenging late game monster. Now, I don't want like his weapons to take over the meta or anything, but I do want his weapons to kind of fill that niche of maybe like, hey, these are kind of the best blast weapons available to us, right? And honestly, I wouldn't even mind having this monster come to us in a later update, similar to how it came to us in Monster Hunter Stories 2, right? So like, you know, they dropped Sunbreak, and then like they've already confirmed they're going to be adding content after release. Maybe Molten Tigrex comes to us in that way, right? In a later date, and is an endgame super hard, super challenging threat. Maybe even introduce some special mechanics in it. I don't know, get crazy with it, Capcom, get crazy with it. It's been a long time since we've had this monster, so I want to see them go crazy. I want to see what they do to, you know, remix and bring back Molten Tiggy, man. I can't wait to see this bright red boy with all the blast powder return to us in Sunbreak. So, yeah, man. It's just been so long, man. It's been so long. I can't wait to have this man back. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. But, yeah, that's enough gushing about Molten Tiggy. Let's move on to the next monster. Oh, yeah, baby. Up next, Rusted Kushala Daora. That's right. I want to bring Rusted back, baby. So, I fought this thing, I think. I don't even know. It's been so long since Rusted Kush has been available to fight, but I think I fought it back in the day. But here's the thing, in Rise Sunbreak, I want to kind of make a little bit of a change to Rusted Kush. I kind of want to lean more into the dragon element sort of things, right? Remember when I talked about Stygian Zinogre and how I want to remedy the issue that there isn't as many dragon weapons? Well, bring back Rusted Kush. Now we've got a really good endgame dragon element weapon available to us, because regular Kushala Daora in Rise has that slam attack. I call it the dragon slam, because if you get hit by it, you get dragon blighted, right? It's a dragon attack. And you know, with Rusted Kushala being an older, more experienced Kush, and a Kush that has existed so long that its hide has oxidized and become, well, rusted, right? And during the time that it's been alive, it's been honing its skill, honing its fighting skill, and has learned to master using more of the dragon element, right? So imagine the wind tornadoes from Kush with a little bit of dragon element mixed in, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to kind of lean more into the dragon element type of things, the dragon element side of things, while still being cool, right? So like you saw that ice tornado that this Kush just fired off. Imagine if it was like a little dragon tornado, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, wouldn't that be cool, right? So I want to bring back Rusted Kush as another end game level, high level threat, right? Something that comes way after you beat the final boss, maybe even in an update like Molten Tiggy, right? But bring Rusted Kushala back, lean into the dragon element a bit more, so that we have a plethora of options, right? If you want high dragon element, you go for Stygian, or maybe if you want I don't know, high affinity, you go for Rusted Kush. You know, if you want a high affinity dragon weapon, you go for Rusted Kush. If you want high element, you go for Stygian Zin. You know, player choice is of the utmost importance, right? So I want more dragon element weapons so that we have more of a choice in our builds and more freedoms to make these cool ass builds, man. That's all I want to see. So yes, bring back Rusted Kush, right? Bring back Rusted Kush. I want to see it. I want to see it. Make it super strong. Make it super special. Make it a spectacle hunt to warrant bringing back such a threat that we haven't seen in such a long time. But yeah, man, Rusted Kush is high up on my list, man. I want to see it. I want to see it. This will be the final monster we talk about today. It may not come as a surprise for some of you. We're actually looking at it right now, but it's invisible. Yes, Lucent Nargacuga, baby. I want to see Lucent Nargacuga make a return so bad. I mean, we already got invisibility in the game because they put Chameleos in the game. I want to see Nargacuga utilize this new invisibility we got, right? And maybe instead of poison for the blades, maybe we bring back bleed, right? And it becomes a bleed master, and maybe borrows a little bit of attacks from Silverwind, you know what I'm saying? Just to make it a super spectacle, super difficult hunt with it phasing in and out of being visible and getting hit with the blades all over the place. Man, I just want Lucent Nargacuga back so bad. Bring back my guy, right? With the invisible weapons, with the super high affinity. Oh my god, I can't wait to reach 100% affinity with you know, quite a bit higher raw than base Nargacuga, right? I mean, this is gonna be a super difficult hunt. You gotta make it worthwhile, right? I can't wait. Please bring back Lucent Nargacuga so that we have the badassery that is the invisible boy once again, man. I want to see it, man. I want to see it so bad. But yeah, another end game level threat, right? Something, you know, that comes maybe after the final boss. Maybe you unlock it with HR 100, you know, something similar to like a Valstrax type of deal, right? Make him super difficult to fight. And yeah, with the invisibility going crazy, have him disappear off the map so you don't know where he's at. I think he could fit pretty well actually in the Citadel, right? Looking at this map, imagine you fight this dude in a broken down castle and he utilizes like the walls and the vertical terrain while going invisible and shooting blades at you like a sniper from up top. Like, bro, wouldn't that be so freaking cool? I mean, look at the colors of this, right? I just want Lucent Nargacuga back, please, Capcom, please. I think this is like my #1 subspecies / variant, right? I'm a lump subspecies and variant together. Like, I know they're different, but leave me alone, okay? But I think this is my top subspecies variant I want to see, man, because I know the weapons are gonna be god tier. Man, I mean, base Nargacuga weapons and Rise were already goated, right? Some of those weapons are incredible. Imagine if they got a little bit stronger and maybe even turned invisible, a la, you know, the Chameleos weapons too, right? Like, wouldn't that be cool to have 2 sets of invisible weapons? Maybe even have like a glowing piece to reference the eyes of Nargacuga, which glow when he starts to get mad, and you can kind of still see them even when he goes invincible. Come on now, this monster is super cool. I just want to see him back so bad. We haven't seen him in so long. He deserves to come back and have some moment in the spotlight. Once again, I wouldn't mind if this was like an update sort of deal, right? If they came in after the game was already out for a while, and it's like, yo, Lucent Nargacuga and Molten Tigrex have come back. Go enjoy hunting them. Like, that would be super hype, and it would have the community going crazy talking about how cool of a fight this is, especially like if they make a bunch of changes and kind of mix up the moveset a little bit just to kind of make it a little more suited, because hasn't been around since this game, right? I mean, from 3U to Rise, that's a lot of time, man, you know? So yeah, give Lucent Nargacuga a fair shake. Bring him back. I want to fight another invisible monster, and Lucent Nargacuga is gonna be perfect, right? And have him borrow some Silverwind's moves too. But yeah, Lucent Nargacuga is like my most anticipated monster. I really want to see this monster come back. So yeah, I'm really glad that, you know, we got confirmation that subspecies are coming with Blood Orange Bishaten. Now, if there are subspecies I didn't mention, that doesn't mean I don't want them to come back, right? And of course, I didn't talk about Pink Wrath, Azure Wrath, Gold and Silver Wrath. I know they're coming. Like, it is what it is. With subspecies, they're coming. They're staples with games that have subspecies. So, yeah, if I didn't talk about a certain subspecies, that doesn't mean I don't want them. That just means I'm a little bit more sure of them. But these are the monsters I really want to see come through the Sunbreak, because we haven't seen them for a while, or B, they provide unique kind of game design utility, right? Especially with that purple Ludroth, right? Low tier monster, introduce us to the new master rank Venom, blah 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 blah. We talked about it already, but these are the subspecies I really want to see come to Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. So hit the comment section down below. Did I mention the subspecies that you want to see? Did I mention the subspecies that you maybe even forgot about because it's been lost to time? Let me know in the comment section down below. I promise to respond to each and every comment that hits this video. And of course, subscribe and like for more content like this, okay? The Sunbreak hype train has officially taken off, and I am here for the ride, baby. Choo choo. Hop aboard this hype train with me as we get more and more excited as the release date for Sunbreak approaches. But as always, people, happy hunting. Peace.